And again, I ask you, is it true or is this a fairy tale? That's what makes it exciting. But I know what it's like in combat. If you're prepared, if you're ready, then your feeling is, let's go. Let's get it on. If you've got the best football team that's on the field, don't you think when the 49ers went down there to San Diego, they said, ha! Let's go down there and get those guys, because they knew they had a great team. But what if your team is for nothing? Then you feel fear when you get out on the field. Oh my gosh, let's try to contain them. What are they going to do to us? I feel wonderful, because the unorganized militia is going to come under direct assault because of what we've seen here just on this Wednesday. They're going to come under direct assault. You're going to come under direct assault. But and as this happens, this is good. This is the noose getting tighter. There's a time when you can slip the noose, but there's a time when it's too late. You decide at what point, when they come for my children, when they come for my guns, when they come and tell me I can only use living better through chemistry with DuPont, what is going to be your time? You decide. But just pray and hope. And be prepared. And get your year's supply. And have your gold. And have your citizenship in line. And be ready to go with these things. Make sure you've got food. Tomorrow, your training is going to be close quarters combat. I don't think it could come at any better time. I don't think that we could probably, matter of fact, the lieutenant out of the Army was saying, oh gosh, I said, you can come here. He said, could you train my company? And I said, you come. We're training trainers. That's what we're doing. I'm not just training you. I'm training you to train as many others as you will. You light your fire, and then that fire lights 10,000 others, if you will. You'll do whatever that God has given you the strength and the inclination to do, I hope. You're going to learn close quarters combat tomorrow. It is a graduate level course. It is only, and I don't know why they don't teach everybody this, but they only teach this to the CIA, not just the regular CIA. They only teach it to the counter-terrorist teams. They only teach the methods and techniques we're going to show you to the FBI, hostage response team, and they only teach it to Delta Force. You're going to learn some fantastic methods and techniques. Every member of every militia ought to be taking this training. And you can. The videotape is made. I don't have to be here. I could be run over tomorrow. I could be raptured, and some of you guys left behind could go ahead and use the video to train others. Boy, I hope you guys are right. I love riding that Harley Davidson, and that's tribulation. I'll tell you, the day tribulation happens is the day that Harley ain't there no more. That's tribulation for me. So I know where my line in the sand is. Of course, I'm being a little bit facetious. You're going to learn tomorrow emergency dental operations. A lot of you are good EMTs. Some of you are medical doctors, and you're healthcare workers. A lot of you are self-reliant. You're into herbs and homeopathy and naturopathic approaches to health care. But what do you know about splinting teeth? What do you know about broken teeth? What do you know about disease in the gums? What do you know about actually doing emergency surgical methods in the field when there is no dentist available for you? That'll kill you, friends, what you don't know. Tomorrow you're going to find out exactly how to deal with all of these issues. And thirdly tomorrow, and he's here tonight, Bob Bang. Are you standing around, Bob? Because, yeah, he's this real ugly fellow over here. He's in a blue shirt, kind of white hair, but at least he's got hair. That's good. You get old like Bob. Bob Bang comes out of Utah. Bob Bang has a fantastic, matter of fact, it was so important that I interrupted part of our spike training because I know what food is going to be in the near term. You have got to. Some of you will not be living in downtown Dallas. You may have gone to places that I wouldn't go to, cold places like Michigan or Minnesota or Omaha, Nebraska maybe, or Dakotas or Wyoming or Colorado or Montana, for gosh sakes. You're going to have to harvest in February. You're going to have to provide. Your year supply lasts a year and probably less. And then you're going to be on your own. You're going to have these organic, non-hybrid seeds so that you continue to get new stuff every year. You're going to have to be able to eat all year round. You're going to have to be a Joseph in a time of famine. And so Bob Bang is going to teach you hydroponics. He's going to teach you greenhouse gardening. It is a fantastic course. He gives you the hardware that you actually need, the method, so you don't worry about pestilence or weather or wind. Well, maybe tornadoes if you insist on hanging in here in Texas. Let's pray that them turkeys will zig or zag around you. But it's really an exciting day tomorrow. And now our location is the Texas National Guard, and you know where that's at, Tom. It's he's got directions. He'll give them to you. Jerry Gillespie. I don't know where Gerald is. He's right outside. Jerry Gillespie will take your registration form if you haven't already signed up for tomorrow's training. Please do that. And I would advise you to do something else. I work so hard on this newsletter. I don't have a big staff. McIlvaney puts out a great newsletter. He's got about 50 pages. He's got a big staff that does it. I get lost in it reading all because in fine print and I got to use my glasses. I sit down by myself and I knock out the newsletter every month. I've just finished May's newsletter, and I think it will answer a lot of questions. I don't ever speak from notes. I don't ever write from notes. I write from spiritual, what I believe. I pray before I ever get up here and before I ever write a word on the newsletter. Father, please, let me be an instrument that I might say, that I might do, that I might write what it is that you would have anyone in the company that would hear or read or be part of what we do. Please allow that. I'm a child. When my son and my daughter comes to me and say, Dad, can we help you? Tell us what you'd like for us to do. Am I going to shove them in the face? Am I going to give them a hot poker? No. I love them, and I'm always going to say, you know, if you really want to help me, hey, I've got something you can do. Melody, I need you to help me file some of my papers. And Jim, take the Jeep down if you would and get the oil and grease changed. So I believe that God, a more perfect Father than any of us, honestly gives us. Now, my last word to you is this. We are, and I don't know how to say this, I wish, and I see someday we'll speak angelic language, and that means no words, you just know. And I could sit up and look at you, and you'd all go, hey, all right, Bo. And then we'd all leave, and hey, well, you'd only be here for a moment. That's the way I think it's going to come. We'll have an angelic language. Unfortunately, I don't have it right now. I need an Aaron, I really do, to help that has better words. But I've seen something else I want to share with you. We are champions. I never looked at myself. I've gotten 62 citations for valor, 5 silver stars, 10 bronze stars, a distinguished flying cross, other 7 crosses of gallantry. I never looked at myself as a hero until I was able to see what is with us. It's what Elisha saw and was able to have his person see when they were surrounded by the Assyrians in 2 Kings. There are angels everywhere. They can only help us inasmuch as we will let them help us. We cannot let them help us unless we are within sync in the laws of God. You cannot be committing something you know is wrong in your own conscience and hope that God will help you out. He will not. He cannot. His law is perfect, and you have just disengaged yourself. But I know this. There are angels everywhere. I see them sometimes, mostly in little forms, and their feet still kind of touch the ground every now and then. I want you to feel this truth. There are angels everywhere. We are their heroes. Can you imagine it? Angels are from God. We are their heroes. They are in the Spirit. We are in the flesh. We are here. We are the ones in the arena. We are the ones doing battle against what? Against principalities, against things that are invisible. When we win these battles, what do you think these angels do? They shout, and then we feel their power and their presence. That's how Randy Weaver comes off of that hill.